that this government is taking a balanced strategy to ensure Ontarians are better able to enjoy their retirement years.
The Ontario government, which can't balance a budget, is taking a balanced approach to taking your money and providing for your future. I argued this earlier with some people this morning that I didn't need the government to decide they could do a better job with my money than I can. And the argument that always comes up is, but Jerry, you're going to have people who won't save for their future, and it's just protecting you because we'll spend more money on people in the future for welfare, etc. I swear if I had a nickel for every time the government was saving me $1, I wouldn't need a retirement plan. Paige McPherson has joined us. Now, you're a younger person. Is the Ontario government saving your future?
No, I think actually what I would have to say is sort of consistent with what those opponents would say, or opponents of you would say on this issue, except for that I see it the opposite way. So as a young person going into the future here, I agree that retirement saving is good. It's a good idea. But this kind of forced government retirement savings plan actually just cuts down on the number of jobs that are going to be available in our future. And of course, a pension means nothing if you don't have an employer that's going to help you with that. Then there's no pension there. So looking down in the future, it sort of creates this vicious cycle the way that I see it. So you tax me so I have no money to put aside for my own retirement. Then you force a retirement plan on me.
Out of the meager money you already had left.
Exactly. Yes. And then my employer has less money to create jobs with. So then there are fewer jobs. That means there are more people on social assistance. We need to pay for those programs so our taxes go up, and the cycle repeats and repeats and repeats. So I agree, there will be more people on welfare, but I think that this is the reason.
All right. She's just made an argument for the government to butt out.
You know, there's a reason why there's no other province in Canada who is pursuing their own provincial go-it-alone pension plan. It's because the people of those provinces don't necessarily want it. In Ontario's case, Kathleen Wynne pitched the idea earlier on this year, and guess what? Zero consultation was done. Zero consultation was done, and they announced and tabled this bill yesterday, forcing this pension plan on all employers who don't currently have one. Even though, and the federal government has made this point time and time again, there has been an enormous amount of education and new programs introduced to encourage people to save on their own. Tax-free savings account, for example, is just one of them. Well, the nanny state, which is the Ontario government, decides that's not good enough. I want all of you to be forced into saving for your own retirement, even if you haven't even been able to wrap your head around it yourself. This is something that I don't see as, an element of freedom that I would like to have. Personally, I can save for myself if I so wish.
Yeah, there's no opt-out. There's another element here, Paige. You're right. If companies have to fork out a bunch more money, they're going to forego employing someone. Here's another thing they'll do. If I'm the employer and you as an employee costing me another $1,600, you can forget about a raise for a while.
Well, that's exactly right. And that's very consistent with what the Canadian Federation of Independent Business said. They did a survey of small business owners. 70% of those, nearly 70%, said that they would freeze or cut salaries, and 53% would reduce the number of jobs. So those coming straight from the mouth of small business owners, the ones who are creating jobs in Ontario. They're telling the Ontario government this is a bad policy because we are going to have to freeze salaries and we're going to have to reduce the number of jobs. Of course, every business of every size would like to provide a pension plan for their employees. That's a nice thing to do. It's incentivizing people to come to your company, but we have to look at the issues why these companies cannot currently provide these pension plans for their employees. And what small businesses have said is that they're already too wrapped up in taxes, corporate taxes, income taxes drawing people away from Ontario, red tape, fees and administrative costs, all of which are the direct result of the Ontario government.
Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
Meanwhile...